Stand up, class. Sit down, please. Stand up. Sit down. Okay. Dear students, welcome to Mali Radio and Television Station. Today, our topic is the weather. The weather. Okay, you know, in Mali, the year is divided into two seasons. The rainy season and the dry season. Okay? Now, the rainy season lasts 6 months, and the dry season also lasts 6 months. But the dry season is also divided into two parts: the cold weather and the dry and the hot weather. The cold weather and the hot weather. Okay? And now, the cold weather is from November to January. Okay? And the hot weather is from February to April. Okay? Each lasts 3 months. 3 months. In cold weather, you need warm clothes, like pullovers. Okay? And in the hot weather, you don't need to wear warm clothes. You need t-shirts only. Okay? All right. And when does the wind blow? When does the wind blow? Of course, the wind blows when it's going to rain. The wind blows when it's going to rain. And what can you see in the sky? What can you see in the sky? Well, there are clouds and lightning. You know, the lightning is a flash of bright light, okay, in the sky when it's going to rain, okay? There are clouds and lightning in the sky. The sky is dark and the sun goes in, okay? And what happens then? What happens then, class? Well, a storm breaks out. A storm breaks out. Okay? Our title is A Storm in the Country. At the end of this lesson, learners should be able to make the difference between the dry and rainy seasons. Use words and phrases in meaningful sentences. Okay, I'm going to read the text. So, class, listen very carefully. A storm in the country. A storm in the country. A storm. Class, a storm. A storm. A storm. A storm in the country. A storm in the country. Text. While the free men were talking, the sun went in and the sky got darker. Buhari. Listen. That was thunder, wasn't it? I think it's going to rain. Ibrahim. That lightning is getting nearer and nearer. We'll get wet if we don't run back. Okay, they started running, but it was a long way back to the village. Ibrahim, come on, The rain's getting heavier and heavier. Run faster. Buhari. We'll be all right when we get to the marketplace. Ibrahim. We're nearly there. Buhari. Quick. Let's get under this market stall. What an awful storm. Class, listen once more. I'm going to read again. A storm in the country. While the free men were talking, the sun went in and the sky got darker. Buhari, listen. That was funny, wasn't it? I think it's going to rain. Ibrahim, that lightning is getting nearer and nearer. We'll get wet if we don't run back. They started running, but it was a long way back to the village. Ibrahim, come on. The rain's getting heavier and heavier. Run faster. Buhari, we'll be all right when we get to the marketplace. Ibrahim, we're nearly there. Buhari, quick, let's get under this market stall. What an awful storm. Okay. Vocabulary. Class, read. Listen after me and you repeat after me. Listen very carefully and try to pronounce like I do. A storm. Class, a storm. A storm. A storm. A storm. A storm. Okay? A storm is a very bad weather with heavy rain and wind. Okay? Rain and wind. Okay? Example. There are storms in May. This is May. Okay? And last night it rained a lot. There was wind and rain last night, you know. Wednesday night, it rained a lot in Bamako. It was 96 millimeters, okay? So, that's an example for you. It rained a lot in Bamako and surroundings. And in Bamako, we got 96 millimeters. Okay. And you have to build up a similar sentence, okay, next time. Thunder. Class, repeat. Thunder. 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 Okay? A thunder is a loud and terrible noise that you hear from the sky after a flash of lightning. Okay? So, in the rainy season, you hear a loud and terrible noise followed by a flash of lightning. And example, I'm scared of the terrible noise of thunder. I'm scared of the terrible noise of thunder. I'm scared of the terrible noise of thunder. Okay. So, class, scared of, I'm afraid of the terrible noise. Okay? The noise was very terrible. Okay? Lightning. A lightning, as I said last time, is a flash a flash of bright light in the sky, okay, caused by electricity, okay? It's electricity in the air, you know? It's the similar electricity we are using here in real life, okay? But this electricity is from the sky, okay? See, a flash of very bright light in the sky caused by electricity, okay? Example, he was struck by lightning and killed. I'm really afraid of it. He was struck by lightning and killed. I'm really afraid of it. Okay? So, when there is lightning, so the teenagers try to put off your telephone. Don't start your telephone when it is going to rain. Do not start your television when it's going to rain. Okay? Do not start your radio when it's going to rain. This is an advice to you teenagers. So be very careful in the rainy season. In the rainy season, so try to avoid starting these devices. It may be too dangerous for your life. Okay? To get wet, 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 okay? You may be covered in liquid like rain, like tears, like blood all over the body. When you had an accident, for instance, well, when a part is injured, well, this part will be covered with or in blood. Well, in rain also, when you go out in the rain, well, your clothes will get wet, okay? So, example, I saw his face was wet with tears. Tears. When a child is punished, for instance, by his parents, well, he weeps, and there are tears on his face. Okay? Right. Grammar point: gradual increase or decrease. Okay, this is our corpus. You have to read this corpus. The weather is getting colder and colder. He is becoming stronger and stronger. And what can you see between these two comparatives? So you can see that these two comparatives are joined with and. These two comparatives are joined by and. So gradual increase is expressed by two comparatives joined by and. Stronger comparative and stronger. Colder comparative and colder comparative. So these two comparatives are joined by and. This is the gradual increase. This is for short adjectives. You have to add er to the short adjective to get the comparative form. Colder and colder. Okay? For short adjectives. Okay. For long adjectives, life is getting more and more difficult in Mali. Life is getting more and more difficult in Mali. He is becoming more and more popular. he is becoming more and more popular. Okay, when you compare these two examples, you will see a difference. More and more, colder and colder. Well, the comparative of short adjectives, well, is very easy. You have to add ER to the adjective to get the comparative form. And this is the one-syllable adjectives. But with adjectives more than one syllable, the adjective of 2 or more syllables, so you have to use more and more plus the long adjectives. More and more plus the long adjectives. Okay? Right. Life is getting more and more difficult. Difficult is more than one syllable. It's a long adjective. Popular is a long adjective. It's more than one syllable. Okay? B, gradual decrease. Gradual decrease, less and less. Gradual decrease, less and less. Gradual decrease, less and less. Example, it is becoming less and less cold in February. It is becoming less and less cold in February. So less and less for all adjectives. Either for short or long adjectives, well, less and less is used. Less and less for all adjectives. It is becoming less and less cold in February. Okay, example 2, because of COVID-19, my father's business is getting less and less flourishing. Because of COVID-19, my father's business is getting less and less flourishing. Okay? All right. Evaluation. A multiple choice questions. Choose the correct ending for these sentences. Write out the correct sentences. Okay, 1. The sky got A, clearer, B, darker, C, brighter. Number 2, will it be all right when we get to the village square, the garage, the marketplace? A, the village square, the garage, the marketplace. B, comprehension questions. Answer the following questions. What happened while the 3 men were talking? Number 2, did they hear something? Number 3, did they see something too? Number 4, did they run back to the village marketplaces? Okay. Translation. C. Translate into English. Amadou devient de plus en plus riche. Il fait de plus en plus chaud. Elle devient de plus en plus belle. Le temps devient de moins en moins lourd. Le temps devient de moins en moins lourd.